Greetings, Earthlings. Today we're going to take a look at loading binary files into RAM on the Nova 445, which you see here. But most of the video, we don't need to see this stuff because it's all happening over there on that laptop. And the laptop has a USB to RS-232 serial port, which is connected back to the Nova 445. I'm running Hyper. This laptop runs Windows XP. Okay, so I've got Hyperterminal running to talk to that, and it's still running at 300 baud, so that I can switch easily between this and the Silent 700 that you saw in the previous video. I have the baud rate just sort of hard jumpered right now. I haven't put in a dip switch to let me change that easily. So I'll run it at 300 baud. And then what I've done is I've gone ahead and implemented a new version of the assembler, which will output absolute binary files in Data General's format, which is well documented in there. Some manual somewhere. You can see the record formats and stuff like that they use. So rather than generating hex files, which is what I need for the ROM, but then I've implemented a binary loader in the monitor firmware. And I suppose I could have implemented hex files, but I wanted to be able to load any Data General, paper tape images that I might come across anywhere down the line. So I went with the absolute binary format. So I actually have two separate assemblers now, one of which generates hex, one of which generates absolute binary files. At some point, I'll merge them together and have a command line argument or something to say which output format I want. But it was easier just to copy the ROM one and modify it to output absolute binary than to try to get it to implement both up front. So let us fire things up here and we'll see how this all works. And we see the prompt here. There we see the prompt here from the monitor, which we've seen before. And over here on this, what I can do is to assemble. So I have my program. It's called ldtest. ldtest.asm. Okay, and here we are. Here's the command to assemble that. The assembler, as you may recall, if you've watched previous videos, is written in Perl. So it's Perl, this is the assembler name, asm445.pl, and then ldtest.asm. That goes ahead and runs and generates now ldtest dot, in this case, AB. It's an AB file. There's a listing file. I don't know if you can see that or if it's off the screen. List and an AB file. We could look at the list file. We'll look at that later. So the AB file is, AB stands for absolute binary. Data General didn't actually use that extension, I don't think, because most absolute binary images were written onto paper tape. So you would generate the file and then you would write it to paper tape. It didn't matter what the extension was. But I believe I have seen paper tapes labeled with, something rather .ab as in absolute binary. So that's what I used. Now to get the that code onto the computer, I have to play some tricks because there's a transfer command here, right? Send file. There's no binary option that I can find anyway. You got X modem, you got Y modem, you got Kermit, but there's no just straight send a binary file. So we can't use that. So what I got to do is I got to tell it to load. That just involves hitting the L key in the monitor here. And then I will disconnect the call. And then I'll go back over here to the DOS prompt, and I'll copy, I want the one that says copy/B. ldtest.ab to COM5. COM5 is the serial port that it's using. So it's waiting for that right now, and there's no blinking lights or anything, so it doesn't make any sense to show you the computer. File is copied. So we're back now. If I reconnect, we should be back at the monitor, okay? And I can look at the code, and in fact, that's the code that's supposed to be there. I suppose if I brought up this 62677, this is the listing file, 32020, starting at 1000 octal, 62677, 32030. You can see it's actually there. So I can start it. Now this is a Hello World program. So yeah, standard, just your basic standard Hello World. So I give it the address and I hit G, and that will run at that address. And we'll see, it should say, hello, what is this? Hallo Welt. That's crazy talk. Let's try that again. Could you just, Guten Tag Welt. Oh, a wise guy, huh? Do it again. Who are you? Ich bin ein Berliner. Wise guy. Do it my way. Do it the way I would do it. Greetings, Earthlings. Close enough. Close enough. I don't care. Anyway, that's the loader running. So this was a pure software, effort. The assembler to generate the absolute binary, and then getting the loader working, which I actually already had implemented, but not tested in the last video. So I had to get that working. So what's next? So now I can actually write a more substantial program, and I have a way to get it into the computer. I'll order me a dip switch. Actually, it's a SIP switch, single inline package, to set the data rate so that I can actually load it at a higher speed, like 9600 baud or even higher, and I can write some more substantial, fun code.